This is the line to the back from the neighbors, which are actually selling the land. And it runs, as you see the difference in the grass, runs up to the other house, then actually cuts across to the front of the road. I don't know if you can actually see. It's a road sign. That's the road sign right there. And that's where the road is actually located. That's the house across the street. And this is the other house that's right there in the front entrance of the road that actually comes to this neighbor's house, the ones that actually selling. So this is the spread across the very front of the 7 acres. I'll kind of zoom out. All those trees are across the street. So there's a road, which is Fox Branch, that actually goes in front of the land. Now where you see here, see the difference in the texture of the grass, where it's like it's hay? That's where the line stops on the opposite side of the acreage. And it goes all the way back, all the way back. You can kind of see the different texture of the land. And you're back in the woods, which where I'm at. I'm trying to turn this sideways so you can get a wide view. So all of this is wooded, which it really don't look like it's that much woods back there, if I'm looking at this correctly. So it's very limited wood. So I'm gonna go all the way to the back. And I'm gonna kind of turn back around from the very back portion of the land. This right here, I think, is part of wood. Right there is part of the neighbor's woods, as you can see the difference in the texture of the grass. But I think this is where it kind of turns into the portion of the 7 acres, like starting like right here, I think. I'm at the very back. I'm at the very back. And I know she was saying something about it goes back to about an acre. So I don't know. I don't know if she kind of misunderstood the question. And it was telling me that it's like an acre wide. But I was actually asking how deep it was. Because to me, looking at this, from the edge of where it looked like the straw is to the regular grass, to this point, it looked like an acre long. So I really don't know if she kind of misunderstood what I was asking as far as how deep these woods go. But nevertheless, I'm not going to walk into the woods. You know what woods look like. Now, looking at this land, you know we done got a lot of rain. And to me, this is a pretty good sign. This is the only water that kind of set up back here. This is it. To me, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, it looks like it's pretty level. And also the way it sets, it looks like the water absorbs in this pretty good. And she did state that to me when I talked to her yesterday. So you don't have a lot of water set up. And I'm thinking with this right here, you know, if it does become an issue, which is, to me, looking at this is not a big issue, because, you know, we had issues with a little water setting up around the house. You know, to me, that's not much to build up if you have to build up, you know, to make it roll all the way into the wood line. That's not bad at all. I don't know, I'm kind of impressed. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to, I guess, I was looking forward to a lot of woods being surrounded, but I'm thinking, you know, if we want trees, I mean, we can plant You got enough here to plant trees if you really wanted to plant trees. I kind of like how it's been cleared. I really do. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the way this looked personally. I really am. And as you see, these trees back here is, I don't know how old they are. Look like they kind of got a couple trees in the middle, in the midst of them. It look like it's been around for a while, but it's not that thick, and it's not a lot of pines. So that means to me is that this right here is going to be a lot of leaves back here. It's going to be nice and green. It's going to be nice and green. It's going to be nice and green back here. You know, I guess during the summer months or whatever. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. 7 acres is a little different in a wide open spot than what I kind of anticipated. And I guess because it's not wooded, it makes it look a lot smaller versus being in the middle of 7 acres surrounded by woods would give you the illusion that you're really on a lot of land. But I guess 7 acres is a lot, but this is it. I'm gonna walk back up to the front. And of course, all that stuff you see over there on the other side of the house, that's on the opposite side of a road that actually goes through to other portions of land that's adjacent to these other people's lands that's out here as well. It's straight ahead. This right here is straight ahead to the road. Like I said, the trees you see is the trees that are across the street. You know, I was those trees you see across the street, actually, you know, those are trees that I was kind of looking forward to being surrounded by and kind of being in the middle of that stuff, being a little bit more secluded. But it's nice and quiet out here. I mean, I talked to the teenage daughter and you know, I guess she said, you know, it's nice and quiet out here all the time. You know, it is nice and quiet. I guess you're about 5 minutes away from actually 95. You know, from the interstate. So I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit when we first moved into South Creek, how, you know, if you didn't really live in the subdivision, you know, off of Woods Edge Road, you know, the traffic is not there. So people that you see traveling back here live back here, which is good. So yeah, it seems like it's pretty cool. You know, I'm out here actually walking on the ground after all this rain. And of course I brought my duck boots because of course I always didn't know what to anticipate, but this ground is pretty hard. This ground is pretty hard. It is pretty hard. And you see how it is rolling. I mean, it's just rolling. No water, anything is sitting up. Besides what's in the very back. The little water seen in the back. The very back of the property. So of course I'm just walking towards the front. And there's just really not a bad walk at all. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this now. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna keep it rolling. So just to give you an idea of how long it may take to walk to the front, this it don't take that long at all. It don't take long. Of course, that's the right corner. As you see, it's separating. You can see where it looks like it's corn or corn stalks or whatever that is. That's the front end. And it looked like those trees, all those trees, let me see this car. Okay, you got some trees, those trees right there. I don't know who that belonged to. I don't know if that's the neighbors or that's part of the land as well. Huh. You know, I guess I'm just sitting here now just trying to imagine or picture where you would set the house up at. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what would be a good spot how to set the house up. And of course, you know, I'm more amped for this backside a little, just to be away from other neighbors for the first time, not having to be so close. Yeah, not having to be so close. It's interesting. You would think being out here in the woods on 7 acres that you wouldn't be able to hear other folks, but neighbor got two dogs, and of course you may hear them in the background barking. But I mean, it don't seem like you can whisper. It seems like, you know, your voice kind of carry a whole lot out here, I guess. It's quiet. Nobody's moving around. Nobody's doing anything, but it's different. Very, very different. Of course, I'm almost at the front road now. I'm gonna give you a picture of the front road. This is the stuff across the street, right here. And they got a for sale sign up, but they got somebody else listing it. I don't understand. They got somebody else listing it. As you see, that's the road. That's the road. And that's the end of the trees right there. I don't know who that belonged to. Right there, I don't know who those trees belong to, but this is it. So I'm thinking somewhere up here, you know, you'll have interest going into the house. And I guess it just depends on how much you want to spend on getting the road to get to your house. You can be right off the road and just have that huge backyard. That's a sign. And that's the next door neighbor there. You know, you can be right off the road and just have that huge backyard. I guess you can let your imagination kind of do what it wants, but it's interesting. I like it. I guess I like it somewhat. All right, I'm gonna end this and hopefully just do some justice on giving you an idea of what it's like. Like I said, the only thing I didn't do was actually walk in the woods, because I don't know exactly what's going on back there as far as where it stops at, but I guess for some reason, if we go through with this, then I guess we'll find out then. All right.